Go.
What's up, everybody? It's Wraith with Metal Truthers. I'm here with Brandon. This is our political input for the day. I guess let's kick it off with Obama's goodbye speech, man. I caught that. I mean, what do you think about that?
To be honest, it's probably the best speech he's had since he's been in office. I mean,
I saw it as more stirring up of racial tension. Notice he didn't really mention Chicago.
well, of course not, because
And
I mean, he's literally the majority of the reason for all the problems in Chicago.
And then he sat there and a lot of it was racial tension baiting, more of that, pushing that racial agenda.
Oh yeah, of
A
course.
lot of down talking Trump like incognito.
I mean, really, what more could you expect?
Yeah. Well, that brings us also to, Super Toupee over there. And, yeah, it looks like I've been pretty right on that.
Yeah, I mean,
He's better than, we thought he was better than Hillary and the shit he was talking was, but he's still playing part of the game. He came out today and said that, yep, Russia hacked it. The fuck, dude?
that part.
Yeah, he admit that Russia's in the hacking involved in that, and that he really thinks Putin shouldn't have done that, and it won't be happening after the 20th. But he basically just gave Obama the ammunition to say, "Hey, this election was rigged."
Oh my God.
And that also further escalates the tension with Russia.
Yeah. You know, with the media and everything, media, Obama, Hillary, Bernie, all of them, you know, they've been baiting Russia this whole time,
Exactly.
and now fucking Trump is playing into it.
Mm-hmm. It's like it slipped everyone's mind that just a few months back, Obama was talking about how cyber attacks could be met with military force.
Yep, I do remember him saying something about that.
So we got that aspect now.
But you know, as far as the interfering in foreign elections, Obama has absolutely no room to talk whatsoever because he, you know, he interfered with Israel's elections a lot.
Israel, Ukraine, Libya.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all been complete bullshit, man.
yeah. You know, I've had a feeling that Trump was another player, but I just, you know, I wanted to have faith in him.
Exactly, dude. And, I've kicked off from listening to Alex Jones at all because over this whole Trump thing because he's just, now his loyalties are where they are.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's always been speculation of Alex Jones being a team player,
Exactly,
but him jumping on the whole Trump bandwagon like he has just goes to first.
And that's all he talks about, but he doesn't talk about, the Zionist agenda. He doesn't mention the fact that, Trump's from a Jesuit bloodline.
Oh yeah, But I mean, also you got to think Alex Jones' current wife is Jewish. You know, not to sound anti-Semitic or anything, but his current wife is Jewish.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as we know, Alex Jones, you know, actually is one of the players on their side. My
Well,
whole,
that depends on whether she's a Zionist or not, you know?
well, yeah, I mean, I understand that.
But who knows, man?
Yeah, I mean, we can't just go and read Alex Jones' mind. You know, we obviously don't really know where he stands. We can't.
Mm-hmm.
But as for what I've seen, every day he's looking more and more like a team player for the NWO agenda. He really is.
Mm-hmm. And then, we've got issues with, all these fucking millennials, man. They're going insane.
Yeah, I know.
I
Yeah,
mean, these people are letting social media and a meme ruin their entire fucking day.
yeah,
Something satirical that's meant to be funny. Somehow they find a way to take offense to it.
oh yeah. And if you posted a meme of Trump, then God forbid, you're the worst person on earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've all seen the videos up on videos of the uh, social justice warriors, millennials, liberals, whatever. We've seen the videos upon videos of them, threatening suicide, screaming and crying, throwing fucking fits, throwing themselves in the floors and kicking around like a fucking toddler who didn't get a toy at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, not even just their political aspects. I mean, just anything will set these fucking people off. They'll find anything to try and white knight about, and they have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
exactly. It's they've been indoctrinated into a victim complex.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing now is to be the victim.
It's fucking stupid.
It is. I mean, there's no reason. I've
I
over
mean, they're still crying that Bernie Sanders didn't get elected.
yeah, and in all honesty, if Hillary Clinton wouldn't have rigged the election against Bernie Sanders, he probably would have beat Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm almost positive he would.
That's because everybody's a socialist nowadays, because it's a cool thing to be a commie.
Yeah. The Speaking of socialism, I think it's funny that they think socialism means all this free shit, and that's not it at all.
Well, blame it on the education, dude. Nobody knows how to read a fucking book, so they have no idea how economies work.
I got in a debate with a diehard Bernie Sanders supporter a couple of months ago, and I called out some previous socialists: Adolf Hitler, Mussolini, Lenin. All self-professed socialists. And this idiot tells me that the reason they failed is because they were dictatorial socialists.
What? No, they were nationalist socialists.
Yeah.
Stupid fuck.
He said they all failed because they were dictators. And I was just like, what the fuck do you think socialism is?
That's the foundation of socialism.
Yeah. Socialism literally means government control over everything. Like,
I don't understand how these people are surviving. Like, where is natural selection when you need it?
these people, I honestly believe these people literally only survive because they're a grocery store.
Shit, that should be killing them faster.
No, they put just enough food to keep them brainwashed.
I don't know, man. Most of the foods we eat are pretty fucking toxic, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, I realize that, but, you know, they put enough chemicals in the food to brainwash them and keep them strongly brainwashed.
Yeah, except for the obese people. I mean, these are meant to be like compound toxins. They compound in your system. The more you ingest them, the more damage they do over time.
Yeah.
But still, man, like, how are they not drinking bleach thinking it's just some weird water?
It's just really clean water.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the shit that comes out of your faucet, that might as well be bleached with all the chlorine and everything they put in it.
That's true.
But no,
But yeah,
like, you know, you're saying you don't see how these people are surviving. The truth is they're really not. You know,
it's like we're cattle in a big farm.
yeah. I mean, we have a whole generation of people that believe they should rely on the government for everything. You know, I mean,
No, they do.
these people literally look at the government as a means of survival.
But yeah, man, I mean, the thing is like, these millennials are so easy to brainwash. I mean, it's not going to take anything for them to get behind World War III. All it takes is a lie.
Yeah, Russia hacked the election. We need to bomb them.
Exactly, man.
You know, we get involved with Russia, China's going to get involved. China gets involved, Japan's going to get involved. Japan gets involved, the Koreas are going to get involved.
And when America gets involved, everybody's going to get involved.
Yeah, because everybody fucking hates us right now.
Israel's going to get the shit balls blown out of it.
Yeah, which I'm not really worried about that. I could honestly give a shit less about Israel.
We'll have to see what happens.
Now, I mean, if Israel was to turn and be like, you know what, we're going to help you guys out, then I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're, you know, it's a mutual relationship. They help us, we help them. But
Yeah.
what we need to get rid of is this whole, you know, they hate us and want to blow our fucking brains out, so let's funnel them money.
We need to stop fighting Israel's wars.
Yes, we do. Let them handle themselves.
Exactly. You know, they want to stir the shit pot. Let them stir it, you know?
Yeah, but we don't need to be sending our troops over there risking our citizens' lives for a country that they're probably never even going to see again.
Oh, exactly.
You know, Israel literally affects us none whatsoever.
I could give a fuck less about them.
Same here. I mean, they don't do anything to us. They don't do anything for us. They don't do anything against us. Why are we messing with them?
Well, they do plenty against us.
Yeah, but I mean, they haven't, like, they haven't sent missiles over here and blew military bases up and shit like that.
If we were to turn against them, dude, they would instantaneously crush our economy, find a new underdog, bring them up, and then probably destroy America. I mean, hell, their founders helped, and their families are what paid for America's foundation. So,
Well,
just saying.
if you're speaking about the Zionists, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, Israel is a Zionist, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, the majority of the countries that exist right now are Zionist-controlled countries.
Yeah.
And if you notice, the ones that are not Zionist-controlled, we're at war with them.
Oh, exactly, dude.
It's the same thing with the Rothschild Bank. Um, you know, prior to 9/11, there was 8 countries that didn't have a Rothschild Bank. Right now, there's 3 left.
Yep.
Cuba was the last one to gain a Rothschild Bank. When Obama opened up relations with Cuba again, they established a Federal Reserve for the first time in their history.
Exactly. And I want to see him, you know? I might have a little faith in Trump if he dismantles the Federal Reserve, but then again, if he's part of the plan, then the first thing he's going to mention is that whole cashless society idea.
Yeah, I hadn't heard him say anything about it yet.
Yeah, that's just the thing. They never say anything until it's too late.
Well, yeah, of course. But I saw something earlier online that said he was talking about dismantling the Federal Reserve, but I don't know uh, I don't know how much truth is behind that.
Oh, he said it a couple of times since he first, started running.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I've never heard him say anything about the Federal Reserve personally.
I think he talked about in one of his speeches on the campaign trail,
Okay.
if memory serves correct. Then again, that could be some Mandela effect shit or something.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because the CERN were just jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, they can't figure out if it wants to go out in the rain or not.
Yeah.
I mean, but overall, dude, I don't know. I mean, because there are no real, I don't have a plan for what happened
Hey man, I'm losing.
from part of the other team.
Hey, I'm losing you pretty bad.
Alright, am I back now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, yeah, I went outside for a second.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I mean, it gets to a point where we have to figure out what we're going to do, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
And I think we've reached that point where we need to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because we're like running low on options. I mean, if Trump's part of the other team, then we pretty much already lost the war.
Yeah, we have. I mean, you'll have your hardcore survivalists that'll, live outside the bubble. But as for society as a whole, if Trump really is one of the players, and I'm really, really, really starting to think he is, but saying that he is, society as a whole is fucked.
Oh yeah, we're going down.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course it's going to be it's got a lot to do with the military, like, industrial complex.
Oh yeah.
We've supported it for so long.
We're brainwashed.
And now it's starting to all unravel,
Yep.
And once it unravels, there's really no telling what's going to happen.
Yep.
I mean, are we going to survive it all? Highly doubtful.
Very doubtful.
I mean, it's just one of those situations, man.
Yeah, I know. It's it's kind of scary to think about. Knowing what, which I mean, inevitably it's coming either way.
Yeah.
But if Trump really is on our side, it's going to be a huge hurdle, and it's going to slow him down a lot. Whereas if Trump is on the other side, which he's, really starting to seem like he is, if Trump is on the other side, then that's going to be like pretty much like taking a jet down a drag strip.
I think it's pretty much already done.
I do too, to an extent. But
I mean, I think we've seen enough evidence now that he's not going to turn against his whoever's giving him the money.
yeah,
I mean, he's playing for some team. He may not be necessarily for Obama's team, but he's playing for some team, and it's going to get ugly.
well, I mean, it's either way, it's still a team of globalists that he's playing for.
Exactly. And I mean, with everybody going to Antarctica and stuff, like, I'm starting to think that if shit hits the fan, they've already reopened those old Nazi bunkers, and they're all going underground in the South Pole.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they are.
I'm starting to think that a lot of these underground passages and shit are all linked to their little getaway submarines and shit. Like, I think that they've got their plans set in motion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just saying, and like I said, this is all speculation. I don't know any of it. I'm just, this is what I'm coming up with on the ideas of what I'm seeing.
Well, there's a guy that my wife worked with that, like, she currently works with him, and I'll sit down and talk to him about some of this, and he said that he don't really know anything about Antarctica because he's never been there, but he said that there is massive bunkers for the entire United States government built under the White House. Like, he's been positioned to stand guard in them. He's one of the guys that walks the hallways in it to make sure nobody else gets in.
Well, yeah.
And
I mean, we've always known about that, though.
yeah, but I mean, this is coming from somebody that's stationed to work there. And the president stays down in there when he's not, working in the White House. It's actually not very often the president actually goes up in the White House. He's pretty much in the bunker all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they have food rations down in there for the entire United States, federal and state level government, to last them for the next 75 to 100 years.
True that.
You know, I mean, this is all verifiable. This is somebody that works there, or well, he did work there. He finally got out of the military.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, you know, like, even regardless of that, I mean, we're still looking at a situation that no matter what, something's going to hit the fan soon. We're seeing too many of them mobilize at once, and that never happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, and I mean the whole, you know, going back to the Jade Helm 15 thing. You know, that wasn't just a, you know, just in case scenario. Everybody's pretty much forgot about it, but I haven't. You know, I still go back every now and then and look at the formations that they used, look at the exercises they ran. You know, there's a reason they did that, and it's not just as a practice scenario.
No, exactly, dude.
And you know, there's still Walmart shutting down and being gutted. Um, one of my buddies, he's a sheriff's deputy. I'm not going to say what county he's in, but here in Alabama, he's a sheriff's deputy. He called me on the phone one night, and he's like, "Dude, I just came to the Walmart right up the road from my house, and they have gutted this entire store." And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He sent me pictures. They had ripped all the heating and ventilation out of it. They had cleared all the shelves out of it. No merchandise. Um, he took a picture to send it to me, and they it was on his duty phone. It was on his police issued phone. So you know they couldn't exactly get into it. But when they called him taking pictures, they took his phone away and refused to give it back until we deleted the pictures.
Damn.
Yeah, and I mean this was just like November last year. So that shit is.
Well, this shit's gonna hit the fan. I mean, they've got the FEMA camp set up for a reason. They didn't invest all that money to watch it go to waste. I promise you that.
Oh, they didn't. And the Walmart I was just telling you about, they've actually got barbed wire fences up around it. You know, they got the chain link with a razor wire on top.
That doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I guess let's touch into whatever else you want. Then we'll cut this one off further, and we'll I gotta make a phone call, and then tomorrow or later on we'll do our other episode, and then tomorrow we'll see what's popping off. Because I mean, there's new news popping off every day at this point.
Yeah, there is. I'm good for right now. You know, I've said pretty much what I've got to say for right now.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna say, you know, to everyone that's just you're out there, you're listening in the mainstream, if you're wrapped up in social media, you're seeing all this dumb shit that's going on a daily basis now. Like, don't feed into it. One.
You know, don't.
Because that's what they're looking for is, you know, somebody to feed into it. The more you feed into it, you give them more ammunition. The more you give them ammunition, I mean, they're going to keep fighting for their lost causes. They're going to keep pushing socialist agendas and just ignorant ideologies that are destroying what little bit of a, you know,
Right.
generation we still have left. I mean, it's collapsing. I mean, we don't really have too many people out there that are, you know, I don't see too many people surviving half of this shit.
Oh, I don't either. Not at all.
So, you know, I'm just saying, if we want to break through, and I'm mean to people when I talk to them about stuff, but it's because like sometimes to wake people up, you kind of have to be harsh. You can't always be so. I don't know what the word for it is, passive with everyone. You just gotta shut them down sometimes and let them know, hey, your mentality is gonna lead you down the wrong path.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part about it is getting people to open their eyes and be like, look, this is wrong.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And I don't know, man. It's insane sometimes.
Yeah.
And I guess we're just going to cut it off at that. Just keep your eye out. I mean, also we've got to point out that, Trump called out Obama on creating ISIS. So,
Yeah. Trump,
I mean,
he's going back and forth on a lot of things. He's calling out Obama and Hillary and all them on a lot of stuff. But at the same time, he's calling us, or, he's going back on a lot of what he said during his campaign.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he ran that campaign on throwing Hillary in jail, and it looks like that's not going to happen.
It's not. He's already said he had no intention of going after Hillary.
So that pisses me off because most people wouldn't have even voted for him had they known that he wasn't even going to try.
Yeah, but I mean, you also got to think right now. Obama's looking for every turn he can to call martial law and keep Trump from getting presidency. If Hillary goes to prison, or if she even gets arrested at this point, then that's going to cause mass riots. And I mean,
Oh, I agree.
we still have a few days, so I mean, something at any given moment, something could trigger that. But
Oh, I agree.
getting Hillary in trouble would be a surefire way of knocking it down.
Definitely. It would, we need, and I'd like to see, maybe Soros go down. That would be a nice one.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a report the other day. Soros lost over $2 billion with Hillary Clinton's loss.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of things like that, but I don't know how legitimate that is.
I don't either. And plus, I mean, that's just a minuscule dent in his money. I mean, he's got tons more that he can just throw away at any expense.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's kind of different trying to figure out what's going on with him.
It is. It is, definitely. Um, but yeah, people just keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Look at everything as how is this going to affect me in the long run?
Yeah.
What is the agenda behind what this person is doing? Always look at it like that. That's the key ingredient to the whole thing.
No, I agree. But yeah, man, we're just gonna kill it off here. Keep it real, people. Keep it metal, and tune in here a little bit later on in about an hour or so. We're gonna throw down another episode for y'all, touching in our theories on Antarctica and things like that. So be looking in on that.
All right, guys, keep it real, keep it metal. Till next time.
Later.